It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Barkley. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
He's going to keep this again. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment. But a penalty flag on the field.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Barkley. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
The Eagles at 500 hit 6-6. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now they go play action with Howell.
And this is going to be intercepted. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
They'll go play action. Howell. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Operating from the gun, Barkley.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off-play action. Barkley.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the 29, Howell. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Powell, he'll look to throw it.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also,
Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pick. It'll be 2nd and 8. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down, Barkley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Able to connect with Dotson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Faking the handoff, Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Operating from the gun, Barkley. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Off play action. It's Howell. He's got Turner. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum. Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. First down, Howell to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Howell firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Obviously a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Swift going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson from 3 yards out. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
2nd down, back to Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
throwing on first down here.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On 2nd and 10. Powell. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Yessir Wright, the former safety, gets the sack.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points in that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second down, Powell now.
And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Slide for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score. Commanders 28, Eagles 24.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return. It's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Barkley, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.